Hey, I wanted to give an update on the Necromancer build that I had made a video about being particularly strong on the Steam Deck. Um, so throughout the campaign, I just absolutely smashed it. I never, I think I died maybe one time. Uh, Actually, that's maybe I never died during the whole campaign playing on World Tier 2 difficulty. I was playing on World Tier 1 because a lot of people on the internet were, recommending to start on that, and it was so trivial that it wasn't fun. It was way too easy. But now that I've completed the campaign and I'm on World Tier 3, this build has fallen off a lot. I'm not sure that if this is the experience for all builds, but in particular, the problem with this build is the minion health. So affix is like this little red ball that's going on right here when there's a lot of elites in the mix. It's deleting my minions, and it gets really frustrating. I'm playing the minion health minigame more than I am Diablo 4, it feels like. I'm just constantly spamming this corpse minion priest. There's a delay on the heal for the minions, which I'm not sure if that's intended. It's annoying. I'm going to go ahead and pop my ultimate here. On occasion, it will be a certain combination of elite affixes that will just obliterate the minions immediately. Then I'll pop Army of the Dead that has this skill raises all my warriors and mages when I pop Army of the Dead, but it's on a delay, or the revival's on a delay, so you can get smashed while those things are reviving. So I'm not really sure what the intended experience is or what the experience is with other characters. This is the highest level character I've made so far. I started in the pre-order event, and I played a lot of that weekend, and I finished the campaign a couple days ago, I guess. But maybe it's a gearing issue, and I found some sacred gear with minion life on it, and I guess that's maybe the intended play style. So here, there's 22% minion life, and here's another 14% minion life. Maybe that's supposed to be what you should do, but you sort of have to either refarm legendaries or get the materials to put your legendary powers on your new gear, which depending on the slot you're going to be replacing pretty frequently. So I'm not quite sure exactly what the intended gameplay loop is, but this build, it's got a rough start after the campaign. So I'll need to play around with the other classes before I really have sort of like a relative comparison that I can make. But I think that it's starting to look like the people who ranked Necromancer last for endgame, they knew some stuff based on theory crafting and playing that I obviously was ignorant of. So this might actually be one of the elites that starts melting my minions. But you see, I'm just constantly playing this little mini game where I just have to spam over and over and over again, on these corpses so that I can revive my minions and heal my minions, and it's just really gets tiring. So hopefully with the minion life stat on gear, it'll be a little bit better quality of life, but I am, considering switching to a druid or something that's a little bit more tanky and just, I just don't want to deal with being the squishy character. I think it's not the most fun for me. One thing I wanted to note about the minion life stat is that at this point in the game, it's hard to tell if that's even something that I should prioritize. So right now my minions are dying, but let's say that I got 150% minion life on my gear, right? I have a node in the skill tree that says that minions can't take more than 30% of their maximum life in a single damage instance here. So that's 4 hits to kill a minion, and let's say these elites are doing so much damage that each hit is doing 5 times the entire life pool of my minion, and all I'm seeing is that it takes 4 hits to kill them. So even if I stack minion life, there's no guarantee that that's actually going to improve the quality of life of this build. It may. I don't actually know which of those circumstances is happening. Am I, you know, and is it just hitting, more than 30% occasionally, and the minion life's going to be a very powerful stat? Maybe, but I don't know. So it's a lot of investment to find that out, actually, because of how you have to. I'm actually melting this, boss. How you have to put the legendaries back on the powers back on sacred items that I find. So that's still my plan. I'm going to see how it goes, but for the time being, it's there's a couple issues with the minions, and I'm going to try to fix that and see if the build gets a little bit more fun.